got a massive hole in it.
The rain just started coming down.
4 days, 9 dogs, 2 locations. Can we do it? Let's find out. Situated in the northwest of England, the Lake District isn't a far drive for us, yet the landscape is dramatically different just an hour up the M6. Rather than camp in a tent, we decided to hire a pod at Churchdale campsite for this trip. It's nestled in the hills and just a short drive from Wastwater. Last year we went on an epic photo session in the heart of the Lake District, a place called Wastwater, which has actually been voted the UK's most beautiful view. We photographed 2 gorgeous little dash hounds called Walter and Levi. They were stood on a little rock. It was absolutely fantastic. Now we couldn't go back to this special location without also photographing our 2 own little chihuahuas, Poppy and Lily. Something that I thought when I was there last time was that I really wanted to have the sun coming behind the dogs. The problem with me really wanting to get this shot is that sunrise at this time of year is 4:45 a.m. I think we're gonna get showers for sure. I'm still crossing my fingers that we'll get enough break in the cloud. I can see a little bit of a break over there. I think we'll be good. I think we'll get a bit of everything. We're here. And look at that, blue sky on the horizon. Yes, that's good. That looks really nice. The texture in the sky is awesome. The light's nice and soft. We can work well with that as well. These guys are really gonna love water as well, the Labradors. We've just arrived at Wastwater. Look at the beautiful view. Britain's most beautiful view. And we've got Copper and Bailey, the Labradors, who we're going to meet now. I bring them over onto the rocks. I'm going to go have a little look through my lens first, just to make sure that it looks all right in camera. Scafell Pike is the highest and most prominent mountain in England. You can see it rising up behind Copper here as the central of the 3 peaks. Along with other peaks, it once formed part of a volcano which was active 400 to 450 million years ago. Part of our mission here was to create a Scarf Project portrait with the epic Wastwater scenery in the background. You can get a full deconstruction of this shot in our Scarf Project unveiling video, which is linked in the description box. That's a wrap, you 2. You can go have a swim and a nap. Ah, epic. 1 session down, next one to go. Now we're off to meet Sammy. I absolutely adore shooting Samoyeds. Their pure white fluffy coats make them great subjects for photography because your eye is immediately drawn to the white spot in the frame. As well as using them against epic backdrops, we've also used this breed as a subject to throw colourful lights on, using the white fur as a canvas for rainbow illumination. I'll link this in the description box too. It was a good job that Bryn had such a thick, well-insulated coat, because the wind was really starting to pick up. I was glad we'd left Poppy and Lily in the car for this one. How cool is this?
Right there.
That looks really cool, this sea of cotton and Bryn.
The rain's just started coming down.
Oh my gosh! We're just shooting Bryn on the rock, and then suddenly we could just see this cloud coming down, and the rain was coming in through the valley, and oh my god, it's pelting it down! Like a broken nail in the trauma to get everything back into the car. That was absolute madness. Poppy, I bet you're glad you sat that one out. Look at her, she's like, do not put me out in that, Mum. That was great. Should we get back to the pods?
We've made it back to the pods. I'm absolutely soaking. You can probably see, like, I got really caught in that downpour. But oh my gosh, it was so worth it. The shots we got this evening were absolutely epic. Really happy with how that went. No sunrise for us today.
Because of the higher altitudes in the Lake District, the weather is even more unpredictable, and alas, the rain got in the way of our plans. I can't say we were too sore about the fact that we didn't have to get up at 5 AM though.
We were going to do a sunrise session this morning and popping Lily on Wastwater with that gorgeous view behind her, but this is the weather we've been graced with, so I think we're going to stay in the pod. I'm hoping that the rain subsides a little for this evening session. If not, we're here, so we're just going to roll with it.
The great thing about us choosing to stay in a pod rather than our tent this time was that we had solid walls with heating to shelter us from the elements. This luxury was essential for this multi-session trip because we needed the electric points to recharge our gear. It's a great way to still have the camping experience without being dictated by what the weather decides to do.
Just basically a dog pillow.
You are a dog pillow.
What is the plan?
So we've got a session at 6:30 at Wastwater. If we were at home, I'll probably reschedule it. But because we're here and she's coming from somewhere in the North Lakes, then I think we just need to go ahead and we can shoot in the rain. We've got two big scruffy dogs, so they won't care about the weather. I think they'll be absolutely fine. So Elsie and Winnie, which are two kind of big, fluffy, scruffy dogs. I don't know how many whippets Kerry has now. I have a feeling she got an extra one or lost one, or maybe she just still has the 3.
So you've got no idea at all?
2 or 3 whippets. And then we're shooting 2 dogs at Rydal Cave. That's at least 6 dogs to go to complete our challenge. How many dogs have we done? We shot the Samoyed, 2 labs. So 3 dogs down. What did I say? 7 dogs to go. How many dogs have we got to go? We've got 3 dogs to go, and we've done... Help me! Can do it on my hand. I'm just trying to think what we've shot. So we've shot 3 dogs, and then 5 dogs, possibly 6. 2 dogs down, 6, maybe 7 dogs to go. I really hate doing map. You know what though, actually? It is kind of like it's showering and then it's stopping. So I think even if it is rainy, it'll only be a little shower.
Why is there a lawnmower every time we're filming? It doesn't even matter where we are.
Shoot number 3, here we come. Shoot number 3, we're back here again. It's dry so far. And let's go meet Winnie and Elsie. Hi, babies. Hello, hi. This is Elsie, and we got Winnie. Oh, thank you, that went right in my mouth. I got a full-on snog then.
Can you believe that both Elsie and Winnie are Doodles, but the size difference is noticeable? We just finished up the session with the 2 Doodles, and we thought, oh, we'll just do the photo of Poppy and Lily now. The sun's coming out, getting blue sky over there. And then Michael says, hang on, what's that coming down the valley?
Yep, and it's chucking it down again.
And now it's chucking it down. We were literally stood by the car and just darted in super quick.
I don't think it's as bad as yesterday though. I think in fact it stopped.
There we go. Weird showers, weird weather, isn't it? Literally behind Michael, blue sky. Over here, full on rain clouds. That's the Lake District for you. We've lost Poppy. Did you find? Oh, look at her posing.
Lily, bless her, is not impressed by this cold. She's not quite as tough as Poppy, who's like the best model ever, aren't you, Pops? Because like she doesn't care if it's rainy or cold, if we've got treats, she's like, oh, ears up and really alert. But I don't think it's fair to keep Lily out here because she's shivering. She wants to go inside. I think she'll be happier if we do a shot when it's a bit nicer. We'll let you off this one, Lils. We're going to get a shot of Poppy anyway because that scenery is pretty epic and I know she'll put her ears up for us. What's going on?
I don't know. There's smoke coming in, isn't there? I don't know what the latch is.
Hold that.
Yeah, you can see it smoking there.
Yeah, so...
We're just driving along and it just started smoking. Oh, that does not look good.
Kat, you've not put the lid on.
Oh.
Oh, you absolute muppet.
Oops. Well, I feel pretty bad. When we filled up the oil before we left, I put the cat back on, the engine, wherever the oil goes, and didn't screw it in.
I will admit, is my blunder.
So now I've tried calling my dad, I can't get an answer. Mike's on the phone to his dad now to try and find out what we should actually do about this, whether it's safe to keep driving because there's oil everywhere. We're supposed to be meeting my friend and her dogs over at Crummock Water, but I don't know if we're even going to get there at this rate. Michael's like, I don't know if we're even going to be able to do the shoot. Ah! This is so typical, like, catastrophe cat. I can hear Michael saying to his dad now something about using one of my hair bubbles. I don't know what they're going to do with the hair bubble, but I think they're going to, I don't know, like strap something down. Just in the middle of the Lake District, in the middle of nowhere. So we're just on the way to see Kerry, my friend, and yeah, and then it started smoking. We pulled over, popped the trunk, and there's oil everywhere. Have you got a solution, Michael?
Yeah, we need to find something like foil or something that we can put over the top and then put a little hole in it.
We have foil.
Yeah.
And then use my hair bubble.
And use your hair bubble, yeah.
Right, okay.
He said that it's slightly pressurized, so you don't want to put something on that's going to get sucked into the engine. But if you put like, if we put some foil or something on and put a small hole in it, so it's not pressurized, but it'll stop everything splashing out.
Right.
And then use something to tie the foil on, and then we need to go and try and find a cap somewhere. So yeah, and because the top of the cap has like a lip on it, so that way we can put the bubble around that. It should give it a bit more strength. And the oil's on low, but it said it's not below the low line, so we should be okay. But it needs, that oil needs topping up again. Yeah, I just didn't think to check the cap, because Cat regularly just places caps on things. Like I grab things out of the fridge all the time and spill it everywhere because the cap's just sat on top. Can we get a better bubble than this?
Yeah, got one in my hair.
This one's not about to snap.
So yeah, the lip didn't go all the way around there. So basically we've looped on a hair bubble just there, popped it around, so it's kind of like tied, like you do a dog lead just over there, and it's tied around the foil, and hopefully that'll hold it on. I think we should get to Kerry's and then check it then, and hopefully that'll be okay. Should we go and check it?
Yeah.
Will you stay there? Oh, this is still up, you know.
I've just popped it.
Oh, right. It's got a massive hole in it.
Where is it? It better not be in the engine.
It's a bit worrying, that, isn't it?
Very, very worrying, Cat. Very, very worrying.
So basically, it's gone from bad to worse. For God's sakes.
Hang on.
Foil in the engine.
A dirty sock. Right, I'm gonna rev the engine.
Okay.
And then I've seen all the bits of foil everywhere. And all stuck on the top.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh,
So
no.
I think it blew out way harder than we expected. What's it doing?
It's vibrating.
It's just vibrating.
Yeah, I'll show you on the video. That freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, it's going to explode everywhere.
But it's okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I said that explains why the foil's gone everywhere. The foil was a terrible idea in hindsight.
Thank you, Dad, for that.
Right. To be fair, he did say that he thought cloth would be better right at the very beginning, but then was worried it might get sucked in, but it's not going to get sucked in, it's blowing everything out.
Oh my gosh, after all that drama, we've actually made it to, what's this lake called? To Buttermere. Oh, do you know what? I came here as a kid. This is where I photographed Poppy. I came here with my parents years and years ago. I'm going to do a little photograph of Lily by the lake here. Since we couldn't shoot her last night, maybe she'll let us do it here. Now it's a bit sunnier, not quite so windy. We'll see, we'll see. And then I'm going to photograph Kerry's dogs up by this waterfall over here. Kerry, and she's taking us. She lives out here. She's moved from Surrey.
Sussex and Surrey, yeah.
Wow, what a beautiful place to move to. And she's taking us to this waterfall right there.
Thanks to all that rain we just had, the waterfall was particularly full today. Super beneficial for my photos because it will show up much more dramatically. The water was practically overflowing as it gushed down to Buttermere. Buttermere, what a sweet sounding name that is. Apparently it dates back to Norse origins, meaning the lake by the dairy pastures in Old English. I wanted to take Kerry's portrait with her two dogs outlined by the rushing water. I find waterfalls are often super tricky to get right. Or should I say, they're easy to get wrong.
That was a really cute little moment then. It was really tricky trying to keep him in the white because there's little bits of dark rock over there. And if their head goes into the dark, then there's not enough contrast. We're using that white as a contrast so that they pop out right in front of it. We're off to photograph two visitors now at Rydal Water. I was just saying to Mike that I really wish we'd booked some sessions in here. It's absolutely flipping beautiful. I think we'll definitely have to come back and do some sessions. Now I know where to park as well, because a lot of the time when you're booking something, you need to have scouted it out a little bit beforehand. And we've essentially done a little bit of a recce now with Kerry's dogs. I am flipping knackered, but we're not done yet. We have got one more session to go and then our challenge is complete. We nearly didn't complete our challenge thanks to the little drama we had. That does not look good.
Kat, you've not put the lid on.
Oh, two more dogs to go. We've got the gorgeous Barker here. And, oh, thank you. Oh, we're losing the dogs. And we've got the gorgeous Frankie just here, who is having a good old sniff of my bag, I think, because it smells treats. Hey, should we take your portrait? I think that's a yes.
Down this path is a hidden gem, an abandoned 19th century quarry that has since been preserved and is now open for the public to enjoy. The slate taken from this site was used for the iconic roofs covering many of the buildings in the Lake District.
We found it! This is Ryal Cave, which was originally, let's go back so you can actually see it. It was originally a mine. It looks like a natural cave, but it's actually man-made. Oh, shoot! Did you see that? I just completely went in the puddle.
At least you're not wearing trainers like me.
I've got water shoes, they should be okay. Parker has realised that if she stands on things, she gets treats, including standing on her mama. I often find trips like this quite exhausting because I'm continually switched on all the time working out how to get the best from each new location. But equally, I find them extremely rewarding as well because we get to see so much and create new, interesting works for both my client and for our portfolio. That's it, mission complete. Oh my gosh, I'm absolutely pooped. I'm very much looking forward to my own bed tonight. We were actually going to stay another night. Tomorrow is complete washout, and we figured, do you know what, since it's washout with no point hanging around, let's go home. Gives me a good full day editing tomorrow then.
We've got super lucky with it. Well, we've had lots of rain, but we've been lucky that we've managed to get all the shoots done.
Yeah, we have actually, yeah. It's been like kind of on off with the rain, but when we've been shooting, we've stayed mostly dry. Other than that bit at the end of Bryn's session where we got completely soaked. Oh my God. Let's go home.